Yo, yo, yo! Go ahead and turn the Discord chat on. Hang on. I thought I had it. No, I thought I had it on, but I didn't. Give me 1 sec. Alright, go ahead, speak. There we go. You're there. You're here. All right, Gio, what's poppin', bro?
What's the damn deal, Kami? First episode.
Oh, we got a lot going on in the One Piece community this week. I'll go ahead and cut the music off. There's no need for the music in the moment. I mean, actually, I have it on the background. Just a little bit, just a little faintly. But let's start off with what you was trying to say before we started about the whole this. First of all, I'm gonna. How long have we been trying to do this, bro?
It's been a minute, but I feel like it's been like at least ever since, maybe even before, I want to say ever since DreamCon, probably even before DreamCon. Now I think about it, it's probably been about a year.
Probably a year, honestly. It's close to a year, bro.
I've been knowing you. That's the first thing we talk about was that we have to do a podcast.
Mm-hmm. And I knew it was possible because I had the stream software to do it. Only thing it came down to is coming down to me having a good time to do it, and us having the free time. And looks like we finally got that. So, yeah. So first episode of I could have come up with a better name, so screw it. The One Piece Community Hub podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's taken.
Honestly, bro, all the good names were taken. I looked, bro. I even went as far as asking AI, and all the names were just like too obvious that they were AI.
AI didn't give you some fucking.
They gave me some ass names, but I couldn't even think of any good names. I was like, bro, you just giving me alliterations.
AI options, and you're like, you could just tell this shit, man. Right?
Exactly, bro. Oh snap, we got people talking in here.
How about the Treasure Chest podcast?
Treasure Chest podcast? That's so on the nose, dog. So on the nose. Yo, Oreva Luffy, what's up, man? How you doing? Star, welcome to the stream. We got YouTube watchers in here. What's up? Darth, how you doing, my boy? Shout out Darth, first person to repost the stream. Yo, Darth Loki, you should be in here. If you can be here, send me a DM and I'll send you a DM, the Discord invite. If we could get a third voice in here, that'd be pretty dope. Bro, that's my boy. Met him one time and I was it. Toshiro, welcome to the stream, bro. Thank you for joining on YouTube. Appreciate you. All right, let's get into this first segment. This viral tweet that's going on Twitter, about Naruto getting 40 million hours in the first half of 2025. I'll let you start off with that, Joe. How you feel about that statement?
All right, so first and foremost, I feel like it's kind of crazy how like whenever Naruto get like a ruler, this is just me. It's from like I'm not gonna lie, this is a One Piece fan perspective, right? You know how I love One Piece. I ride for our series like crazy, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of ridiculous how whenever Naruto does these achievements, right? This shit goes crazy viral. Like I'm seeing this tweet get like 100,000 likes. I'm seeing this shit motherfuckers commenting and quoting getting like 80,000. But if One Piece does it, that shit probably get like what? If you posted it.
If you posted it, like what? I don't even something like that. Something.
Like, what the hell? What's with this? It's like motherfuckers see that shit and they just don't. It just scroll right past it. But when it's Naruto, it's a different kind of energy.
Right. My thing is, there's been hundreds and hundreds of posts that I've seen in probably the 6 months. I say probably a little more than that. But in the time that I've been on Twitter this year, I've seen tons of One Piece posts go viral, and then they're only viral for like maybe like a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? That they don't really. I mean, there's some that go like days. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to viewership, no one really cares about the viewership of One Piece because it's One Piece. I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and play victim or anything like that, but it's like I don't know. Naruto's still getting all this gas. I want to make this clear. I don't hate Naruto. I'm gonna make that clear. I don't hate Naruto, but I feel like Naruto getting all this gas is the result of Naruto being completed and being finished. You know what I'm saying? Like Naruto's entering that stage of its life that Dragon Ball was in the early 2000s, where the story had ended already, and people were just going back and rewatching it and rewatching and rewatching. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna hold my tongue, but at the same time, like I'll wait till One Piece is finished and wait till One Piece enters that era of his lifespan, I guess, when it's already done and people go back and rewatch it and see how the views go up, and you know what I'm saying, and watch it be the same. My only thing with the go ahead.
whenever I watched AOT, that's what I did. I waited until the entire thing was over. Then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and watch the whole thing. So I feel like a lot of people are doing that with One Piece.
We got.
They're just gonna wait. They're gonna wait it out until the whole thing is completed. Because everyone talks about the pacing being bad, but it's like the pacing isn't really that much of an issue if you know there's an end to it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta that week to week wait with One Piece is rough, man. Like
it is. I personally have grown to love it.
Even.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Like with the breaks and everything, and sometimes Oda will take like 6 weeks away from and everything. I mean, personally, as I was younger, I hated it, but then it's like as I got older and life started to take over and whatnot, I tend to appreciate. I tend to appreciate the week to week experience because it's like, bro, I have a hard time catching up with any other anime that's not One Piece. I'm gonna be real with you, not because I don't want to watch it, but because there's just so much. So that's why I don't follow people that say they can't get into One Piece, it's too long. But once you get caught up, it's really hard to put the joint down.
They saying that shit too long, but they watch all the Dragon Ball, which all together probably around the same length as current One Piece. Same thing with Naruto. When you want to combine all the Naruto episodes, it's
roughly 1,000 episodes. It's roughly.
Yeah, they're all on the same.
Right,
length.
it's on the same length.
They have no interest in. Yeah, it's just they don't want to, but.
Oh, we got Uno Numero in chat. Yo, Uno, what's poppin', bro? My fault, G. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yo, Uno will always be.
Yo, we got Luffy solos all the admirals. I agree. Outside of Akainu's the fleet admiral, so he's exempt. But does he solo all the admirals? I agree. At this point of the story, yes, Luffy does solo all the admirals.
I got a hot take in relation to power scale. I don't know if you can fuck with Tommy.
Let's see what else.
I don't know if you want to hear.
I'm gonna read some of these comments real quick. I don't want the chat to feel neglected. I'm gonna read some of these comments real quick. We got. Let's see. We got Game Boy saying what's up. Yo, I've never seen this many people pull up this quickly in any of my streams since in 2-3 years. It's been a while. This is kind of dope. Let me know when Naruto can get top 1 in over 84 countries like One Piece live action did. Yo!
They be forgetting about the live
They be forgetting, bro. They be forgetting. They
be trying to ignore it. One of the other.
They be forgetting. Nah, my thing about One Piece compared to Naruto, back to what you said about them being roughly the same length, and I will always argue this to the day I die. One Piece and Naruto were handled completely differently at the beginning of their runs. I feel like people forget that Naruto came damn near 10 years after One Piece, close, like 7 years after One Piece. When Naruto started...
Wait, you mean like in relation to when it began?
Yeah, the manga. Yeah, the manga. One Piece started in 97, and I believe Naruto started in it may be closer to 5, and I'm thinking about it. I think it was like 2002. 2002.
Yeah, like 02.
Yeah, 02, if I remember.
For some reason, I correlate Naruto's start with 2002.
But the thing about the two of them is Naruto went straight to Cartoon Network, and One Piece wasn't getting handled properly by anybody. 4Kids takes over. And I feel like 4Kids deterred a lot of people into watching not just One Piece, but anime in general. I feel like if One Piece was your first introduction to anime and you were watching on 4Kids TV, I have a high chance that you probably don't like. I'm confident in assuming that you probably don't like anime. If 4Kids TV was your only outlet to watch anime, there's a high chance you probably don't like anime. But if you were on Cartoon Network and you saw Naruto and all the other anime that was being presented there, with Naruto being arguably the most popular one at the time, yeah, a lot of people, especially our age, people born in the 90s, they definitely love Naruto. There's no
little known fact about me, I was actually a Naruto fan before I was a One Piece fan.
Oh, now that sounds shocking as hell.
Yeah, because back in 08 or whatever, whenever Naruto was airing on Cartoon Network or Toonami, that shit was hitting, bro. Naruto hits before One Piece does.
Facts.
You're watching them.
No, facts. No, I can agree with that. Yeah.
The fucking tuning exams with Rocky and Gaara, dude. That shit had me literally crying.
The Zabuza drink. I read the first volume, maybe the first two. I don't remember which one, because I started Naruto in the manga before I got to the anime, and I remember reading the Zabuza fight between him and Kakashi, and thinking, yo, things got real quick. Real quick.
Anything that we had in America that could even
there was nothing. No, I'm gonna be so real. And this isn't me being a a like a glazer or trying to promote Naruto or anything like that, but Naruto captures you way quicker than One Piece does.
It does.
I will
It
agree to
does,
that.
yeah.
My problem with Naruto, go
Arc is
ahead.
good, but like it doesn't have that tuning exam kind of hype where it's like it's hype, but like, dude, seeing fucking Rock Lee continue to fight after Gara already like broke his ankle, like, that shit brings you to tears, man.
Watching.
The fact that he just didn't want to stop. He didn't know his whole flashback was so good. He didn't know what was it, genjutsu or ninjutsu, and he can only use one type of chakra, I think, or whatever they call that.
It's been a minute since I've seen the beginning of Naruto. I gotta go back and watch it. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's I'm not gonna rewatch it because especially not on Netflix. I want to give them.
Hey yo!
It's like I don't want them over there talk about goat in the quote. It's like, calm down, man. That shit is not One Piece. When it's like I was saying before, it's still missing. Like Netflix is still missing like 8 One Piece arcs.
No, bro, I had to go back and after I seen the tweet, I had to go back and Netflix myself because I don't watch. First of all, this goes back to what I said. Who watches One Piece on Netflix? Like actual avid One Piece fans do not watch One Piece on Netflix. Let's be real. Let's be 1000% real.
Yeah, there's a lot of different places to watch it.
Like I feel like the people that watch Netflix
watch it on like illegal websites and shit.
Well, I've been watching on Crunchyroll for the past 10 years.
Most of us are pirates, right?
I mean, I've been on Crunchyroll for the past 10 years. I don't know. That's just me. Oh, Darth still trying to catch the next one. All right, bro. I didn't see this. I didn't see that comment earlier.
Where's Darth commenting from?
He's commenting on. He's on Twitter. He's commenting on Twitter. Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, I see him.
Let's see. One Piece is good. However, if you binge, you mean binge watch it? If you binge watch it, you can kind of skip a lot because lots of the parts are sometimes just long intros and outros. Plus, there are tons of recaps. Even episodes are being recapped. Yeah, facts. Like if you, I mean, I'm more of I'm team manga. I don't know about you, Gio. You probably are team manga too. I've always been more of a enthusiast for the One Piece manga because it's at your own pace. You don't have to worry about recaps, and the pacing is completely different than how Toei handles the story. But the One Piece anime does have this stigma. I won't even say stigma. It's facts that it's dragged out, And honestly, I've grown to accept that Toei doesn't really have a chance but to drag this thing out because like because there's gonna be a repeat of what we had last year where we had 6 months of no One Piece just so they could create a gap between the anime and the manga. You know what I mean? But I feel like if you're watching One Piece strictly and you're not like reading the manga, it's tough because you gotta those pacing like matter of fact, this last episode that happened after Akuma punched what's his face, Saturn. How long did it take for Akuma to walk over to Bonnie?
Bro, that shit was really frustrating. There were so many moments where I was like, "You about to order and punch him?" This nigga was,
and he was still charging the punch. No. The pacing, I will say, in One Piece is rough. I can't.
Yeah,
like
they had me on the edge of my seat for like 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, hurry up.
Oh man,
stopped him
so many times, dude.
There looking, bro. I'm like, he ain't gonna get over here. Like, come on, bro.
Oh shoot. Freaking. The one thing I will say, I feel like people that watch One Piece on Netflix though are the fans that got introduced to One Piece through the live action, which is no fault to anybody, right? But I feel like using Netflix as a measuring stick to measure which anime is having the most viewers that's just nitpicking and cherry picking because like you're using one platform
one streaming service when there's like fucking 80 now.
And I don't like if you made the statement that they're the most watched anime on Netflix, then there's nothing I can say about that because that's facts. If that's really how it is, okay.
They've been on Netflix for how long? How long has Hunter been on Netflix? One Piece. There's so many factors that go against.
There's so many factors that go against us, right?
Yeah, like Netflix is being very cautious with trying to release arcs because, like you were saying, like they know that the live action just got on there, which means that they're trying to appeal to new viewers. So they're putting out new arcs very slowly, so people don't feel like overwhelmed, with like because it's like if you get all fucking everyone's biggest criticism toward One Piece is that it's too long, right? So they're trying to put out these arcs, so it's like 100 episodes here, 100 episodes here. So it's like they can ease their way into it,
Right.
as opposed to Naruto, who's been on the platform Netflix probably for like fucking what has it been like? How long has Netflix been around, bro? Because Naruto been done since like 2015.
I could do a quick search on that real quick.
Yeah, they probably been on there for like since nearly the whenever the fuck Naruto ended. They probably had the whole shit on there. So it's really unfair. But I think if One Piece had that was on there the entire time like Naruto was, it wasn't a recent addition, and it had all this episodes, all this arcs, and it was updated at a good time because. Even now, Netflix doesn't even get the new One Piece episodes until like what 2 or 3 days after Crunchyroll does. Like they have to wait like an extended period of time.
And even
So
then,
if it was the same, I think it would probably be even more viewers for sure, or like around the same.
right.
Because like it would make sense. Because it doesn't make sense for anything to be more popular than One Piece. Because like One Piece is the GOAT. So it doesn't make any sense. That's why Naruto's even able to do that.
I feel like, so I looked it up. Naruto has been on Netflix since June of 2019. That is roughly 7 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought it was before that.
I thought it was a little earlier than that too, but it's been on for like 20 for like the past 7 years.
It had that COVID gas too. It had that COVID gas.
Of course, I mean every anime had that gas though. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like every anime had a bump.
Everything did.
But I feel like with Naruto, the entirety of Naruto being on Netflix is a benefit, because let's say for example you're watching Netflix One Piece for the first time and you get to whatever arc it is that Netflix decides to skip the Egghead, because I looked last night and there's literally a gap. Like there's Egghead, there's no Wano. That's what it is. There's no Wano. Wano's not on Netflix.
Yeah, like they just put Egghead on there.
I'm just like, right. I'm like, so you mean to tell me you expect people to just oh yeah, I'm gonna start watching One Piece starting from Egghead? I'm just gonna go straight here, like,
dude, they're advocating for skipping arcs.
They are advocating for skipping. I'm just like, bro, it's like, if those people that were actually watching it and said if Naruto and One Piece had the same number of stream numbers, like the same number of hours being put, that's just people skipping arcs. That's not even people like watching the entire thing. I feel like what's happening is there's people that,
no, you're not.
and then there's smart people that they watch on Netflix. They realize, wait a second, the episode I'm watching now seems so way out of context. Let me look up what episode it's supposed to be. Oh snap, they skipped. Let me go watch the episode I'm supposed to watch on another platform. Now, what are the chances they go back to Netflix after getting caught up?
They're hurting themselves.
Yes, like I really don't think using Netflix is a good argument. And like I said before, this isn't me trying to bash Naruto or anything. I'm just like, y'all gonna use filtered and skewed numbers to make an argument? Come on now, come on, like I'd rather be punched in the mouth with actual facts and with no way to actually rebuttal against said facts. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could punch a little hole in your argument and watch that hole get bigger and bigger just from me just punching it and just looking at it, bro, like, then I don't know what to say. Because, like I said, if you go on Crunchyroll and look at the streaming numbers on Crunchyroll, Naruto's not even top 10 on Crunchyroll.
It's not.
It's not even top 10 on Crunchyroll.
Because people have so many options, right? Crunchyroll is the home for, like, anime.
If you want to talk about the anime streaming, yeah, it's Crunchyroll. That's the one. Like, it's like,
because then it's like Crunchy, because I think Crunchyroll is, like, what? Like, was being, like, the top 5 are, like, probably like One Piece, Solo Leveling, Demon Slayer, probably. I would assume, like the casual, like the normie animes after One Piece, where it's just like you can just watch that bitch and it's hard as fuck, like 20 episodes,
So we got Brick in chat. Brick saying Naruto is alright, but so much goddamn filler episodes. Facts. 41%.
That's one of the big
41% of Naruto is filler, and people don't want to acknowledge that for some dumb reason. Oh, but the filler is good. I don't care if it's good or not, bro. It's still filler.
Bleach gets that same exact criticism, whereas like there's like whole filler arcs and shit in Bleach.
I gotta get back on Bleach, bro. I really want to be able to say I've seen all of the big three, but Bleach is just that one anime that I can't find a reliable place to watch it. I'm not paying for Hulu. I'm not paying for Hulu. They had it on Crunchyroll for a little bit, and then they took that joint out during my binge session. I will never forget that. I would never forget that. Bro.
Hulu is. Have you saw the recent news that they're like combining with Disney Plus? Like they're just like integrating the whole shit into Disney Plus
without having to pay for it. Because right now it's already integrated, but you had to pay to unlock the Hulu content. Like
I don't know.
Yeah, if I go on Disney Plus right now and type in Family Guy or anything that's usually on Hulu, like you'll find it, but once you click on it, it says, "Oh, you have to unlock it," and it comes with it's behind another paywall. So I'm just like. So I'm merging it, but you're not really merging it.
No.
Yeah.
I thought Maybe it's like they're just becoming one entirely. So maybe you want to pay for it, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Because then they have to give motherfuckers refunds. You already did.
Man. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic here. I wanted to ask you about how you felt about. So I've been watching. I know you watch One Piece content creators every now and then, right?
Yeah.
I've
Well, I used to. I don't do as much anymore, but
okay,
back
okay.
in the day, I would at least stay say like try to stay updated on what the community is feeling.
I've been seeing a lot. The last chapter was 1155, right?
I think
It
it was
was was it
1157.
50? Was it 7? I'll be forgetting the numbers. I ain't gonna hold you. I just be
Me
I
too,
just be
but
thinking the next chapter, the next chapter. I don't even. What was it? It
I
was
think it was
56. It was 56. It was 56.
56.
Eleven
Okay.
56. Okay. So the last chapter where we saw rocks, right? Well, first of all, this whole rocks taking over the flashback has been killing me. By the way, we're entering spoiler territory for those that are not caught up in the manga. I'm sorry if you're not caught up in the manga. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We're in spoiler territory now. I do not
We
care.
could probably add timestamps to the stream. We think so. If
Like
you're watching
afterwards,
live, you could probably
I can probably do that. Yeah, I can probably
So
do that.
people who are watching like just the VOD, they can know like to go to a different section of the stream to just get out of the spoiler
Right.
territory if they're not caught up.
Word. So we got rocks, dude, that took over the Loki Herald flashback, which honestly came out of crazy. Very reminiscent of how Roger took
I
over
was
the Odin
thinking
flashback.
about that. That's some straight pirate shit. Like this not even his flashback, and bro just took the whole thing.
Lady Midnight, what's poppin', girl? What's good, girl? So like rocks, or I like to call him Zebek. I prefer calling him Zebek. I think it sounds cooler. Is now among some people has overshadowed Roger, and I do not know how I feel about that because it's not blasphemous to say. What's good, Bisty?
I got so many different theories about this shit, man. Because it's like people are calling Roger a fraud now. I think it goes even further than what they're saying. It goes further because I'm like, because you think about like this, right? Rox is the one who was the leader of Hachinoso Pirates Island, and it's like, what do you call the person who is the leader of an island of pirates? Like, what do you like? Someone who Pirates Island is a kingdom, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Not officially, but essentially, yeah.
What do
It
you
kind of
call
was, yeah.
Yeah, like they wanted to be. I know Blackbeard right now. His goal is to have Hachinoso become government affiliated, like a government sanctioned island, which everyone's like, you can't do that.
Right.
But it's like the person. Like, what do you call someone who is basically right in charge of an island of pirates? Who's like the leader of an island?
I mean,
of
that's
pirates?
by definition, that's the king of the pirates.
The king of the pirates.
By definition, the king of the
Oh my
pirates.
God,
And
what
it,
did Roger even? They were calling Roger that, right? Roger, I don't know if he referred to himself as that, but it's like, were they did they get it from someone else first? Because I'm thinking this motherfucker Rocks might be like the like trendsetter, and
right.
Roger just out of the shit that he was, because it is some pirate shit, right? To do that, but it's like there's a lot of questions, and I think Rocks was like just like the person who like created a lot of the, because it's like, like for example, I know you're a big like Eminem fan, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, I think like the whole like fast white rapper thing, I think Eminem created that,
Right.
and it's like there are so many like of his offspring who are in like hip hop right now, like Logic,
It's Logic. There was NF. There was what was that one dude? There was that one
even
dude.
guys that aren't white. Token.
We got Hobson. There's Jonah Lucas. There's a handful.
Yeah,
There's a handful. Yeah.
He created that whole. That's his doing.
Right.
Because he's like the first. I guess like him, maybe like Tech Nine too, but.
Oh yeah, true. I can't forget about Tech. Can't forget about Tech.
And I feel like
you're saying Roger. I mean, Rocks was right.
I think Rocks kind of made Roger like he got so many like all of Roger's accolades were like things that were first attributed to Rocks.
Mm-hmm. Now here's my thing. Do you think Rocks like? Because like here, I want to establish this first. Somehow, this man Zebek knew about Emu.
Yeah.
And my thing is, do you think Rocks somehow knows about like the Void Century and all, like Joy Boy and the One Piece. Well, it's dubbed the One Piece because that's what the world government. Well, that's what Roger called it. But the actual treasure itself. Because I
know that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Rox knows something because there's no way you go into the Maryland. I mean, the Holy Land. I mean, you go there and you stumble upon the flower room. You know what I mean? Like to get there, like to even know how to get there means something. And I feel like Rox. It's possible that Rox might have. I'm not saying he went to Laugh Tale like before all this, but it's possible he had some information about all this and was trying to, make his move based off of based off of what he learned. And him, gathering all the greatest pirates in the world was just his way of trying to act upon the information that he obtained. However and whenever and whatever information he obtained. Because him being there at the Flower Capital, I keep saying Flower Capital. The Flower Room, like I said, it signifies that he learned something before he got there. And then when he left, he the first thing he does is, he kills he kills an admiral, and then he starts gathering pirates, left and right in a very quick with the Davy backfight manner. But it's very possible that he actually was like a pirate king, so to say, and was acting upon something and was just very, very misunderstood by everybody. That's why I feel like Rox was just extremely misunderstood by everybody. And I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the story that Luffy takes similar measures, not the crazy, Davy backfight, nonsense, but takes similar measures as to take down the world government. Now it might be disguised in a different, in a different way. Like for example, people think outside looking in, people think Luffy punched Sharlos as an act of rebellion, when in reality Luffy just punched Sharlos because Sharlos shot his friend. You know what I'm saying? Like Luffy, Luffy has his own motives, but to the outside world, those motives are invisible. Like Luffy.
Yeah, it like reminds me of what Rayleigh said, right? Whenever Rayleigh was talking to them in Sabaody, he's like when you find the information, like what you do, what you do with it, it's up to you. It's like I wouldn't be surprised if Rox already knew what the One Piece was. He probably been there. He just didn't like say, "Oh, this is my treasure." Like he didn't create the Great Pirate Era.
He didn't create it. Right.
He probably knew what, like basically what you're saying, right? He found out what it was, and like he didn't take Roger's route of being like, "Oh,
exactly." Yeah, he took his own route.
He was like, "I'm gonna just take it into my own hands," because what he chose to do with the information was like fucking. He wanted to take over the world, to like flip the world government on his head. That's what he wanted to do. But Roger wanted to just be like, I'm gonna make like a whole bunch of new pirates. What
if Rox actually learned because it was passed down to him? One Piece, we'd like to talk about inherited will and like Luffy, taking is so important. Now here's my thing: when Katarina Devon and Van Augur spotted Saturn on Egghead, right? Saturn tells them, he asks them, "What you guys want?" And he says, "Oh, we want the world." Blah 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 blah. And it was like, and then Saturn says something about Blackbeard's lineage, right? What if the lineage that Blackbeard's from, whatever, Rox's family, there's a Beck line, right? Or what if they're because they're D members, so they have to be tied to the Void Century in some capacity. What if they're the actual, family that passed down the story of Nika, but it was interpreted differently? And it was interpreted because how they said in Elbaf, the whole story of Nika is very mistranslated because of the old text is a language that can't be really translated properly, so people have different interpretations of it. My theory is because Saturn talked about Blackbeard's lineage. Now one could look at the face value, especially now in hindsight, and think, oh, he's referring to Rox. But Saturn has been around for a very, very long time, right?
Yeah.
Who's to say it started with Rox?
He got bodied recently.
Crazy,
you must know how crazy that is. This motherfucker Saturn been around since the dawn of time. He dies. That's crazy.
We got Tiger Jumper 123 just asked, do you fuck with Buggy being related to Blackbeard? I'm gonna be
I
real.
think it's an issue right now in One Piece with nepo baby syndrome where everyone
Look, man. Look.
related.
A month ago, I would have said hell no a month ago. But once I saw Zebek's wanted poster, oh no, dog. The picture on this wanted poster is damn near a mirror reflection of Buggy's current wanted poster. And we know how Oda is. I mean, Oda likes to draw parallels and be sneaky with his hints. I can't ignore that. And I'm willing to dismiss it as an internet theory that the fans are running away with, but it's one of those theories where I can't ignore. It's been 15 years since we've seen Zoro's eye scar, and I still won't let that go. So I'm just like, nah, I'm not.
Oda does not mind playing the way.
He does not. He does not mind.
If you don't mind, we shouldn't mind.
We shouldn't mind either, bro. I told my cousin this last night. We was in a PS5 party, just chatting it up, getting caught up in One Piece, and I was like, when it comes to One Piece, bro, you can't leave anything out of the question, just in case. Think about all the One Piece fans that saw. Like, I'm thinking back in Jaya, right? when Sanji said that he was from the North Blue. I remember reading that for the first time, and I didn't give two shits about that. I didn't give two shits about that shit.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
I didn't give two shits about that dude. Like, I'm gonna be so real with you. All the North Blue, cool.
Well, Kami, be honest. Do you think back then Oda was thinking about Germa and shit?
Yes, in hindsight, yes.
You think so?
In hindsight, yes. I feel like because I won't say Germa specifically, but at least Sanji's past. Where he was rooted from, and then I think as time went on, Oda slowly developed a background around that. As time went on, but I do feel like looking at how Sanji's introduction was in Baratie, how like it was still mysterious even back then. Oh, is this some random kid on a boat? Like no parents, no nothing. I feel like he was planning something, but the specifics probably not. But something as like, oh yeah, he's from royalty from the North Blue. I feel like Oda always had that in particular. Idea, and then the fact that Sanji called himself Mr. Prince way back in Little Garden kind of that kind of like that's a huge like dude, are you paying attention? He's calling himself a prince here, like you know what I'm saying, like Mr. Prince. Like back then there was no reason for Sanji to call himself that. Like if you want to talk like like contextually, there was no reason for him to call himself that, like in any capacity. So like it kind of just stuck out like a sore thumb. But like as the story went on, you kind of forget about it. And then when Whole Cake Island happened, you're like, oh shoot, he was a prince. Oh my goodness, Oda, you're a genius with the foreshadowing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know, dude. Like
maybe it was one of them things where like he had like a rough idea with what he wanted to do with it, but
it wasn't fully fleshed out. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel.
Like little hints in there.
Because there's no way Oda had all these ideas 110% fleshed out back in 1995 or in 2000.
Yeah, no way.
There's no way. There's just too many developments that happened over the like. There's too. I don't care how good of a writer Oda is. He's not that good. I'm gonna be so real with you. He just knows how to work with the tools and the pieces that he's already placed. Back then, and make it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He's an incredible writer from that
perspective.
Yeah. Just being able to like bring stuff from the past to make it more relevant today. Like it's like everything matters. That's why I love the fact that Rock's like got his crew with the Davy back fight. Because now it's like,
yep.
I know like Long Lang is a lot of shit, but that makes it a little bit more like redeemable. Able to be like redeemed and whatnot from that perspective.
Oh, shout out to Mr. Morris, by the way. Like 6-7 years ago, he made a Shanks video talking about arc. The Elbaf is going to be Shanks' arc, and in that video, he mentioned the Davy back fight might be a prevalent thing. He's not exactly correct, but the fact that that this arc brought back the Davy back fight back into the continuity is a huge W for him. Because
I remember that video.
Yeah, that was the video that put him on. That was the video that made him big. That was the big video, the one that everyone watched. But the thing about the Davy back fight, I told people, I was like, if you're skipping Long Land, you're gonna regret it down the line. I don't know when, but you're gonna regret it because it was in the manga. I don't understand how people can skip manga material in the anime. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like
yeah, even when I did, like the whole Skip and Skypiea thing, like that I have like that I deal with on a daily basis. Even then, like I skipped it because like this is the whole history behind that. Whenever I was in high school, I had a friend who put me on a One Piece, and he was telling me that Skypiea's pacing is ass and it's slow and it's not important to the current story.
Damn, he lied to your ass.
Then, around like when we had like 500 episodes into the series, like, cause I was catching up back in like 2011.
Right.
Unk.
Ah,
But
damn. I'm messing around
back
the time I
then,
was catching up.
none of the yeah, none, like those characters, they wouldn't appear again. Like they were just like one and done. Like you would never see White Boy again. You
Facts.
wouldn't never see NO, and we still haven't seen them, right? But I feel like your road is gonna be that like gateway back to that,
Mm-hmm.
Skype
Mm-hmm.
whenever he finally shows up. But now I've gone back and I've watched the whole thing, right? And now Skypiea does hold a lot more weight now than it did back then, to where it's like you can see those characters like doing like the little like Nika dance and stuff like that at the end, which I think like that. I feel like that Oda went back and just brought that back and gave it some more relevance. Like I don't know if he was. It kind of like we were saying before about like the Mr. Prince thing. Like I feel like he has a lot of respect for his old arcs.
Yep.
He doesn't like the idea that people could be like,
Yep.
this one isn't important.
Right.
It makes it relevant. That was a thing back then.
That was how I felt about Thriller Bark for a long time. I remember when I first got to Thriller Bark, I thought Thriller Bark was a pointless arc because it felt like a side story than anything important.
Uh-huh.
But then you look back, I was getting the scene the Keem's in here. I speak for everyone when I say Gio is fat. Hey yo, that's a lie, yo. This dude Nakeem, I can't stand him, dog. But Thriller Bark played it.
Wait, where's Nakeem at? He's in the Twitter chat.
Twitch. He's in the Twitch chat. He's in the Twitch chat.
Okay.
He said, I speak for everyone. I speak for everyone. I say Gio was fat. This dude Nakeem always stirring up the pot. I swear.
Oh my god.
But Thriller Bark planted so many seeds for post time skip, and like it's so crazy. It's actually kind of insane. Like.
Yeah, like even like the whole Rocks Pirates thing, like that's when I was like, okay.
Like think about this for a second, bro. Think about this for a second. We even know Loki wasn't even a character yet, and we met Loki's supposed ex-fiance in Thriller Bark. And we didn't even know that said ex-fiance was the daughter of Yonko Big Mom.
And she looks just like Big Mom. She looks
like they're just both fat, ugly as shit. Nah, man. Nah, you're speaking of which, Oda has to address something, bro. Because why the hell? I want to talk about One Piece women real quick. The women in One Piece. Why the hell does Oda do this thing where they all look good in their youth, and then when they age like milk? Except for Shaki.
Dude,
Except for Shaki.
Shaki
for some reason, she stayed the same.
Reminds me of remember when Oda has that thing right whenever he does like characters aging where he's like good future, bad future. I don't know why he likes to I think Oda has a beef with like women in general. I don't know what the fuck.
So are you saying all the women that got ugly are they're in their bad futures?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Because if you think about it, if you're a woman, you're lucky in Oda's writing you, and you're a woman, you're lucky to even have a future because
he kills them. He kills them off. It just makes no sense, bro. I'm still mad about Rebecca's mom in Dressrosa. She did not deserve that.
Bro, he kills. Think about One Piece moms in flashbacks. They all died.
They're all dead.
None of them.
Even the adopted ones, bro. Belmir got shot just for taking care of Nami.
That's when we should have known.
Kureha is still looking good. Now Kureha, who is this? Nah, my man Nakeem pulled up to this. Yeah. I should have made this thing 2 people instead of 1. What's good, Nakeem? I guess Nakeem's gonna be the first.
Wait, Nakeem's in here?
Nah, Nakeem just joined the VC, bro. I think.
Hell nah, but listen, one podcast. Get your ass out of here.
What are you doing here, Nakeem? This dude Nakeem, he just gonna pull up.
I was just joking. I feel good.
Oh no, it's all good, bro.
Can you come back or what?
I mean, if he wants to actually contribute, yeah, he could come back. But as like the first guest stars, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be like a mainstay, but he could show up.
He gonna probably real high anyway, knowing Nakeem. He ain't gonna talk that much.
Speaking of Nakeem, bro, why does the time not hate him so much, bro?
I don't know. Twitter is annoying as fucking general. They hate me like that too. I think the issue is like if you're on Twitter, right? This is what I think the biggest issue with Twitter is. If you're on that platform and you don't have like an outside platform where people could get to know you, they'll hate you for your tweets. And like if you tweet, you're not. There's so much shit that you could say that you're not saying.
Right.
Because Twitter is all about hot takes and like saying what you want to get get the most provocative opinion out there.
Oh, Nakeem said he's at some girl's house. He can't speak. Oh, okay, Nakeem, get your free time.
He's definitely 100% Catholic.
was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, bro. He's 100% capping.
He said he's in a girl's house or in his girl's
He
house?
said, I'm in some girl's house, can't speak. Some girl? All right, Nakeem. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, though.
Random girls' houses.
Oh, man. Nah, the thing about Twitter, and I hate that I've slowly, like, forced myself into the One Piece Twitter community. I'm not like...
Bro, they were cooking you for that fucking... You gotta make one
the McDonald's drink? The McDonald's... Yo, they were cooking me, bro. I'm like, hold on. I understand how y'all feel about McDonald's. Like I want people to understand. I'm not ignorant to what was going on with McDonald's. I want people to understand this. I'm not ignorant.
You're not a bigot.
I'm not a bigot. I'm not ignorant. But here's the thing, and we're just getting a little controversial. I hate when people take something like something as simple as Luffy having a collab with McDonald's. That's, and then turn it into something like, oh, Luffy supports genocide. Now, let me ask you something. Why did that have to be stated? Because we all knew this about McDonald's. We all knew this already. But let me tell you something real quick.
Go ahead.
I just bought 3 McChickens earlier, so that tells you I do not care about what's going on. I'm hungry.
I feel like a lot of them people who say that stuff, right? Like they're of course they're protesting for a good cause.
Facts, I agree. I agree.
And it's like, but like a lot of them, they aren't from America, right? And we have a fucking McDonald's on every corner.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's cheap. It's cheap, and it's not that bad.
Right.
It's like I go there a lot too. And it's like, if you don't want to fucking make your own food,
I mean, right? Eat some most then.
It's
right.
Like, you gotta just swallow your pride sometimes, and just it is what it is, bro.
I just find it crazy that just because I eat McDonald's, suddenly I'm a Zionist now.
All of a sudden you're Adolf Hitler.
Right, like I don't like. Come on, dude. Like the reaching. Here's one thing. I mean, I will always love this about Twitter because I know how to move through Twitter. But there are too many people on this internet that get triggered too easily. I made a tweet the other day saying I gotta stop falling for rage baits. Like it is so easy to not fall for a rage bait. Just acknowledge it's a rage bait and keep moving.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I used to rage bait the fuck out of motherfuckers back in the day. I stopped doing it now.
Yeah, I'm motherfuckers, bro. I know. You used to piss me off. Nah, Jill, I'm gonna be so real with you, dog. I love you now, but way back then, like 2011, 2012, bro, you used to piss me off, dog. I ain't gonna hold you.
But that's because you know me. Like people, that's what like. Whenever like people say, "Oh, I hate this person because of their tweets," like you don't hate them, you hate.
Yeah, I hate the tweet. Yeah, honestly, once I got to know you, it made sense. And then when I actually met you, I was like, you know what, this dude is a clown. And then seeing you rage bait that entire room in real time at DreamCon made it even funnier because I was like, this man is just.
Yeah, I feel like when I did that and I got booed, I felt like what it would feel like to like say some of my old tweets, like if it was in person, like I was like, okay, this is what it feels like. Okay, it didn't feel good.
Hang on. Yo, good night, Star. Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you for pulling up. Feel free to share it if you're able to. But if you're going to sleep, you have a good night, man. Hope you sleep well. What time zone are you in, bro? It's 2:49 over here.
Everyone's asking why they weren't invited to the podcast.
Hold on. Wait.
Jen asking, if Jen was in here, she would literally just be trying to talk about having sex with Ace or something.
Hold on. Who's asking for an invite to the podcast?
You know Jen from the group chat?
Which group chat? The community group chat or the One Piece private group chat?
The community group chat, I believe. Yeah, this one.
Oh, Jen. Okay.
Are you in here? I never see you in here talking. I don't know.
I'm barely in I'm barely in any group chat. You see me in the people group chat. I say one thing and then I don't really. Yeah, I'm in it though. I'm in it. Now why wasn't I invited? I don't know.
I can't imagine doing a podcast with Jen.
Nah.
You talk about who characters we have sex with over and over again. What male characters?
Now, I want to establish something about some. I don't want to talk power scaling, but I do want to understand your standpoint. Where before Egghead, strictly before Egghead happened. Where were you in this conversation? Yonko versus Admirals. Where did you sit?
Oh, I agree with the idea that it takes. I believe it was 2 Admirals to take on a Yonko. To take down 1 Yonko. So that was my perspective.
2 Admirals take on a Yonko. That's fair.
Yeah, but after how Luffy did Kizaru, I'm like, I don't know, because Luffy was fucking trolling that nigga.
Now, do you think Luffy was actually trying to get Kizaru, or he was just playing the keep away game? He was trying to keep him away.
Kizaru was trying, but I don't think Luffy. But it's like the anime made it seem like Luffy was just didn't give a fuck at all. Like, Vincent Chancellor had him like smiling and like just trolling, making troll faces. In the middle of Kizaru was attacked.
I mean, that's Gear 5th though.
He was serious. Like they both were very serious.
I know.
I think Kizaru was serious at first. Then he realized that okay, this is going to take more time than I have. You know, he just went to take on Vega to take down to try to kill Vegapunk. But if they were to actually fight legit, I think it would like him and Kizaru, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be like a situation of like it would take a long time for them to like. To conclude their fight, similar to like Kuzan and Akainu.
Akainu.
Like,
that's another thing. That's another thing about these fights at One Piece, bro. A lot of these off-screen fights be taking like days long, whereas the fights that happen like in real time are like at most 30 minutes. Like that does not make any sense to me.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's weird because like it should though because like. Luffy versus Katakuri, for example, that fight lasted like what? How many chapters or episodes? That's like what 30 episodes, 30
that was a long time ago, dude. I'm trying to remember.
And it's like with Oda's pacing, it's like it could last that long, but it only lasted.
Nah, it only lasted like an hour at most.
Yeah, I think Oda has a genuine problem when it comes to like
power scaling.
Time.
Is this
time.
like the passing of time in the story?
The passing of time, because it's very rare that we even have like a situation where like we stay in one arc overnight. Like Dressrosa happened in the day.
Bro,
like,
I remember a year and a half after Dressrosa happened. I was like, bro, the sun never went down yet.
It never went down.
I was like, the sun never went down. Let's go.
Come on, Oda.
And then you tell me you mean to tell me Jinbei and Ace fought for 10 days straight? Get out of here, bro. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, Oda. Get out of here.
Fuck, they fought for that long.
They fought for that long, and but you mean to tell me all of Marineford took place in like 3 hours? Get out of here with that nonsense, bro. Like, there's no way.
How the hell did Whitebeard die?
Like, but 30 years. I just find it. I mean, the inconsistency that Oda has with his fighting. That's why I don't take One Piece power scaling seriously, because it's clear to me that not only does Oda not care about the semantics and the details of certain things, besides like obviously, you know, Ace Devil Fruit not working, or Smoker's Devil Fruit because you know elemental cancellation or whatnot. But
I love he did that.
I loved it too. I feel like it was so much better when there was just Devil Fruits. Honestly, because I'm not saying I don't like hockey, but hockey kind of threw a wrench into the entire system. But
yeah, hockey has basically taken control. It's like top one.
Yeah, it is. Basically. Like, I mean, honestly, I don't know how we didn't see this coming. But then again, no, there's no way we could have seen it coming because we had no information on Roger back then. And I remember people thought Roger. He could have. If he wanted to. I remember the theory. Remember that old theory that Roger had the gum fruit, like that old theory from like.
That's a classic.
Like oh my god!
They used to have the fucking YouTube.
They were like, "Oh, he had the fruit but never used it." I'm like, nigga, what?
I'm like, there's no way people wouldn't say like,
right?
Yeah, the same fruit as the Pirate King.
But Oda definitely has more emphasis on the narrative and the plot of the story, and if the logic of fights takes a bullet for that, he doesn't care. You know, like he's just like, well, things happened the way they did because the plot needed to move in this direction. A lot of people don't like that, but I feel like, I mean, when you have a story as long as One Piece, it can't be perfect. It just can't.
Right? Yeah, it has its flaws.
Gio actually showed up. Of course, Gio showed up. That's my boy. Hold on, you know what's crazy?
I wasn't late either. I'd be like late to everything.
Yeah, he was here like 15 minutes early. Yeah, like what? Like
yeah, I remember. I'll do a podcast, but you know, He-Man Chestnut.
Nah, I don't. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, but they would do this podcast, and I would always come like fucking. I would make it in time, but I would be like damn near late every time. Damn, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we communicated like weeks before this joint, so I mean, I don't know, but I feel like I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you just like me. I don't know.
I think I woke up at a good time. I had to make sure we got our time.
I mean, I picked a good time though, because I know doing it in the morning was not going to be possible because I'm not a morning person. I don't know, but I feel like this, that 1-2 o'clock ish time, is a good prime spot, especially on a Friday. Most people are off on Fridays. Well, I wouldn't say most people, but a lot of people are off on Fridays. I only wish there was a chapter that came out this week. That would have made this so much better. That would have made this so much better. Do you think that we're ever going to get a God Valley flashback in its entirety?
Hell yeah. I feel like that's like right now God Valley is like the like quintessential flashback. So it's like I think Oda's gonna keep giving us like pieces of it throughout like different arcs and until the very end of the story, and then he'll give us the whole thing. That's what I think.
Cause it really pissed me off how we got parts of it in the Kuma flashback. That one.
We got like little bits and pieces of like it's like he'll give us the flashback, but he won't tell us like the full.
He won't tell us the full context, right?
A lot of things that I want to know. Like, I want to know like what even was that? Like, why were they doing that to that island? Like, why were they just fucking? Why they decided just to fucking have like this sort of two dragons pull up and destroy everything?
Right. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, they said something about resources on that island. And they needed to clear out the population on the island so they could get switched to the resource. And instead of just straight up killing everybody, they wanted to make a game out of it. Which is
okay.
That's just from my memory of reading the chapters.
That's like part of the worst thing. That's like straight evil.
That's the straight evil.
That's pure evil. Yeah, straight. That's like probably one of the worst things that like I could imagine. Where it's like okay, because like people were calling Rox a villain, and I'm like, is he? I mean, don't get me wrong, Rox. He definitely looks like a villain, but are you a villain if you wanted to take down the people who are doing shit like this?
Like, right. Because at a certain point,
like I don't think Rock would do some shit like that. Like,
at a certain point, it's like who's really the bad guys? Like
the water is so muddied already, right?
Right.
Because like this series is a pro at.
And then I don't even remember why Roger pulled up in the first place. I'm trying to remember why Roger was there.
Yeah, it's like a lot of shit that we don't.
I'm trying to because I remember the previous vice admiral called Garp telling them about Rox and he's about to pull up the God Valley, and Garp didn't care until he mentioned Roger, and I don't remember them actually explicitly mentioning why Roger pulled up the God Valley. I'm about to have to go back and look. I don't remember why Roger was there because Garp only pulled up because Roger was there. And the Rox pirates only pulled up because Ginny let the broadcast out that that the treasure was there. Yeah, she leaked the broadcast. Yeah. Now, if
maybe that's because I know that. Remember in the most recent chapter, Rox said that he wanted to obtain 2 devil fruits.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them was there or something. Because like I think that that's where that Kuma guy.
Yeah, the paw fruit was there, and then the dragon, the fish fruit was there.
Yeah. So he's like, we need 2 devil fruits to like, what did he say? To like take over to like destroy the world government.
Yeah. So like, honestly, I'm leaning towards the idea that he had the Ope no Mi fruit.
Yeah, I like that a lot because there's this crazy ass theory that I saw. I think you saw it.
It was the one about his introduction and how that mountain was cut in half. Because remember when after Loki's crying in the underworld, right? And then, when Rox pulls up on him, there's a mountain in the background that gets cut. And I'm like, at first you could think, oh yeah, Rox just cut it with his sword. But then immediately when he uses his sword made like an explosion effect, not really like a cutting effect. Like his sword, what the narrator said his sword had destructive power in his weight.
Like unique fighting style. Right?
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna have to wait till it gets animated. I'll be real with you. I remember people try to clown Brago. Shout out Brago. People try to clown Brago on YouTube for saying that his because Brago said, oh, what if whenever Rox swings his sword, instead of a cut, he makes like an explosion instead. Like it's like kind of on some. You ever played Roy from Smash?
Yeah.
When he holds the B button and he charges that there, when he lets it go, it makes like a big ass like combustion explosion. Instead of some type of cutting effect. Because Mihawk and Zoro, they do sword slashes. You know what I'm saying? They say on a sword slash. But when Zebek attacked Loki, it wasn't a cut. It was like an actual like he hit him with a stick
It's like divine departure.
It was like, yeah, it was like Divine Departure, but not Divine Departure. Yeah, it was kind of like
It's
a.
like a fucking swordsmanship debate, man. Because that debate exists for a reason. Like,
I actively try to avoid that debate.
Bro. They do not fight.
I heard Shiki might still have his devil fruit from the movie, causing the mountain to float. Was the mountain floating?
I know. Oda hates that devil fruit though. He said that in SBS or something.
The float.
He said he doesn't like it.
The one.
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
So why did he make it?
I don't think that was his idea. I feel like because someone else directed that movie, so I feel like they must have like.
I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah.
So
Oda doesn't direct the movies. He just like gives them like he just like draws the characters and shit, and then like they'll do it. Like for example, like with like Film Red, the guy who I think either the guy who directed Code Geass or somehow was connected to Code Geass had directed that movie, and apparently that guy knows what the One Piece is. By the way, just fucking crazy. Like he knows what the One Piece is.
Oh,
he made a One Piece movie.
Oh,
like,
yeah. You know what's crazy? It's funny. It's funny how there's at least 100 people on this planet that know what the One Piece is just because they worked with Oda.
Yeah, like you just know what it is.
They just casually know what it is, and they got to be quiet about it. They're probably getting paid. Bang! To keep their mouth shut, bro.
I was fucking blackmail the hell out of Oda. Like, motherfucker, you better give me another movie.
Man, I love One Piece too much to not talk about it this far into my life, bro. Like,
yeah, it's cinema. It's cinema. I'm so happy that it's still around, man.
It's gonna be so hard.
It's
gonna be so hard to remove myself from One Piece once it finishes, because like.
No, I'm not going nowhere.
Like, what I mean by remove myself from it, like, there's no more, there's no longer gonna be a waiting for the next chapter. Oh, there's gonna be no more theorizing because it's all wrapped up in a bow. Only thing we're gonna be able to have is just discuss and catch and probably like notice things that we didn't notice before. You know what I'm saying? Because this week to week experience, as much as I dread it, having to wait, this week to week experience gave me experiences that you cannot and you will not experience if you were binge watching Naruto. I mean, One Piece up to this point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the wait, and it's like the culmination of like being a fan while you're waiting, seeing people come up with ideas and like theories and like connect things and like getting that new chapter that like brings like more information.
And then
and it's like that's why I feel like. I think I said it before under your tweet or somewhere where I was like, if you catch up with One Piece and like I want to say like if you watch all of One Piece, right, you catch up in like I want to say like maybe like a year or like less, you are not no matter how you did it, you are not going to be as big of a One Piece fan as someone who's been watching it for like 10, 15 years.
Literal decades, bro.
Whenever we say One Piece is the GOAT, someone who just caught up in like 2 years could be like, well, I like Naruto more. And it's like, bro, you've been watching Naruto for like 30 years. Like, it's like,
right.
It's a different,
it's a different connection. Yeah, it's a different connection. Being
literally
like
One Piece, not the GOAT. It's about evolving with One Piece that makes it the GOAT for you.
What makes me feel old is when I think about how Wano ended 3 years ago, right? And I can think back to a point in time where everyone on the One Piece timeline would be like, yo, I can't wait for Wano. I can't wait for Wano, dude. Yo, Wano's going to be lit. Yo, Zoro's going to go crazy in Wano. Yo, I cannot wait for Wano. And then now as I look back, I'm like, bro, that was an actual time period that these new One Piece fans would just never understand. They just will not understand,
I remember I would watch like Shota Brago. I would watch a lot of his older streams back in like 2018, and just seeing that first chapter where like seeing his reaction, seeing like everyone's reaction, even like I watched Cole back then, Roger, seeing like everyone's reaction to that first chapter where like Zoro fucking took out the magistrate
with the knife. With the knife, yeah.
That was our first time seeing him
in like 3 years or something like that.
I'm like, oh. We needed Zoro, like man, we needed Zoro so bad.
Like, that moment. Like, that moment was so good, bro. And then the anime outdid it. The anime outdid it, bro. The anime, they with him taking out everybody, not just the magistrate. Dude, like, oh god, bro, that was I missed Zoro so much when Wano started, bro. I was like, yo, where was this in Whole Cake? Oh, that's right, he wasn't there. Like,
Yeah, I think parts of Wano even still look better than like Egghead, because like that early Wano, because they were
Act
like,
One,
like the One Piece anime, they were
Act
yeah,
One.
they were on this whole thing where they were like, yeah, Act One specifically, because they were like, yeah, we're gonna make Wano look completely different, we're gonna like redo the One Piece art style,
Uh
and it
huh.
looked
It looked
amazing at
amazing,
first,
and then they had
and
like
then
there was blood, like
slowly
there was there was actual
progressed.
blood. There was
Yeah,
actual blood in
yeah,
because I remember you gotta think that was 2019 where for some reason a lot of these anime made by Toei were being watered down like graphically, like for example,
yeah.
yo I
I
seen
think it was just,
Broly, the Broly movie, right, that came out the same year, right,
oh, that
there's no blood in that movie.
oh, is there's no
There's
blood?
no blood in that movie. I swear,
Oh, I
like,
didn't even know
yo,
that.
bro, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was like. When you go watch that, and remember that was directed by the same person that did the Act One of Wano. It's by the same animating team, or
Yeah,
roughly the
you
same.
can tell
You can tell, yeah.
similar style.
So when you see Zoro start cutting
Like
people,
very thick lines,
the,
that
the, the
thick
thick
line.
outlines and like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
light shadows and the heavy on lighting and everything, you could use the same style. It's beautiful.
yeah,
I loved it. It was beautiful. But then they just threw blood in there for Act One of Wano, and for some reason, One Piece seemed like a completely different anime for those like 12 episodes, and then they toned it down, which kind of rubbed me the
yeah.
wrong way. I was like, why they tone it down
I
for?
guess
Like,
they just couldn't maintain it, because it's like I don't. It's like I feel like Toei like out. They like overdo themselves sometimes, because like you can tell, right? Because like remember whenever Dress looked like shit at the
2015 Toei, 2015 Toei is something that we will never forget, bro.
because they were. Yeah, you can tell why. Like if you watch any One Piece episode and it looks like shit, you just be like, okay, where was Toei working on around this time?
You know what's funny too?
You find out they're doing fucking Dragon Ball Super. Geeking for One Piece and it's shit, and it's just like it is what it is.
Dragon Ball Super I love Dragon Ball Super Bell always being the gutter for that. Those first 5 episodes
That
worked.
shit absorbed all the fucking Toei energy, bro. They put all their good guys on Super. They left us with the fucking B team.
Oh my god, bro. Another thing, about Dressrosa, arguably before Gear Forth came out, Dressrosa was arguably in the anime was probably like at its lowest at that, like behind Fishman Island.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like that arc. Man. I don't like that arc in the anime. In the anime, I do.
yeah,
not
no.
like
I watched the anime
Not like
only because I wanted to see certain things play out from the manga. But yeah, I followed the manga strictly.
big moment.
Yeah, obviously like when Gear Forth happened, or like when Zoro took out
Or like
Pika.
Sabo getting the devil
Exactly. Yeah, those moments.
that
Yeah,
fire is that she gone.
I never watched Dressrosa all the way through in the anime. I only seen like probably
It,
like
it's rough. I did.
I saw the green
I
bit
was
fight.
week to week for that.
Me too, bro. I was week to week, bro. That was 2 years, bro. Dressrosa took place. I mean, it might be the same for you. Dressrosa started when I was finishing my sophomore year, and then Dressrosa ended right after I graduated. Yeah, that joke was long. That week to week was long. That joke was long. I mean, Wano was longer, but by the time Wano happened, I was already an adult, in the working world and everything. So the flow of time felt different. But it's like when I have to wait every Thursday, because back then the chapters came out on Fridays. Yeah, they came out on Fridays back then. Having to wait till Friday for those chapters, and especially Dressrosa, because Dressrosa was a drag. Dressrosa was a drag. That shit was so. I love Dressrosa because it's my first like week to week arc from start to finish. Because I got caught up in the middle of Punk Hazard. That's when I got caught up. But Dressrosa will always have a special place in my heart because it was the first arc that I saw from start to finish. But it took way too damn long. It took way.
It made Dofi the GOAT. Like people to this day still have Dofi top one.
And-
Just because how they were,
How they handled Dofi, yeah. In fact, no, Doflamingo.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't want to say he carried that arc, but he was the reason why that arc is what it is. Because replace Doflamingo with Horty Jones, and that arc is the worst arc in the entire story. I swear to God. Like,
What,
right,
Fishman Island?
if you replace in Dressrosa, if you replace Doflamingo with Horty Jones, that arc is the worst arc in the entire story, hands down. Because remember, Doflamingo had the killer flashback. His flashback was amazing, along with Laws, but their flashbacks were intertwined, so you couldn't really tell one without the other. And then, just Doflamingo's just his whole demeanor, his personality, and the fact that we had been waiting for him.
The way that he was just like on top of everything in that arc, like, there wasn't shit getting past him. Bro. He was on top of everything. every move they made, Duffy was like right there. And like I loved like even like for example, right in Punk Hazard, whenever like they finally defeated Caesar and everything,
Yeah.
Duffy just fucking flew to the island from Dressrosa.
Yo,
like,
I remember seeing that, and that was raw. That was so raw, dog.
And just fly.
And that was before we knew he had his devil fruit. So I'm over here thinking he's actually flying. I was like, yo, Doflamingo's move. I was like, I was like, he's not kicking his feet. So he's not using Skywalk or anything or shape. I was like, this dude is actually flying. I was like, yo, we got flyers in One Piece now, and I was like, oh, it's a string fruit. Oh, whatever. Cool. But the scene was still dope.
Like connect the clouds.
Yeah, that Joe was insane, dude. Like Doflamingo, he's still my favorite villain. He's still. I know we've had Katakuri, we've had Kaido, we've had.
No one's like him though.
There's no one. Nah.
The closest I would say to someone who kind of gave me that Dofi vibe
Croc?
probably is Enno.
Oh, Enno,
because
okay.
Enno was the same way, where like he was, he was able to like hear everything on Skypiea, so like they couldn't say anything without them. Somebody like, oh, like remember like what's that girl name? Connis was like, oh, like the God is always hearing, like
right,
the wrath. We'll like face the wrath of God, and it's like that's Enno's fruit because he can just
he can hear everything, right. You know what's crazy?
That's how dope he was. Like whenever they were trying some shit, bro, this motherfucker would just fly over there.
I remember when I was rewatching Skypiea, and like you said, when everyone was talking about, you gotta watch your mouth because Enno, the God will strike you down, whatever. And I'm over here like, these people over here really believe that shit. And then when he actually did it, when he took out,
that's how he was moving.
When he actually did it, I was like, "Oh, hold on, they wasn't bullshit. This nigga's he's actually kind of crazy because it wasn't
from like 80 miles away, just
and it wasn't like a little lightning bolt, bro. That lightning bolt was huge. He's trying to take out that.
Yeah, that would kill. That's really gonna kill niggas, bro.
But the nigga survived it though, which made no sense to me. I was like, Oda, I love you, Oda, but you gotta start killing off your characters, bro. Like
nah,
in the modern day, like I think in the present day One Piece,
flashbacks, he'll do it in the heartbeat.
Yo, he's Hitler in the flashbacks, bro. He's Hitler in the flashbacks. This dude, he's killed people in like the most egregious ways in the flashbacks. Like, remember the dude that was complaining about his son getting shot 16 times? Dog. What do you mean a little kid got shot 16 times? Oda, you have children.
What arc was this? I don't even remember.
That was Doflamingo's flashback when they were talking about, oh, my kid walked in front of a celestial dragon and shot him 16 times.
Oh,
yeah, I'm like, bro.
Right.
Enno was defeating Kizaru. Facts. I agree. That's a good take. That is a really good take. I agree with that one.
Defeating Kizaru.
I agree with that one. Yes.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I agree with that one.
Yeah,
No. You gotta remember. Enno got diffed by Luffy because of a elemental advantage.
Oh, affinity. Yeah.
An elemental advantage. Here's the thing. He's lightning that can move probably at the same speed as Enno if we're gonna talk about light. But the thing about lightning is lightning comes with heat. He's not just light. He could create heat. Remember when he was holding that little staff thing and Luffy grabbed it and then Luffy let it go immediately because his hand got burned? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he's able to like mold it.
Yeah, he's able. Yeah, because he's lightning. Lightning is not just light. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So him being able, I remember we talked about this. Remember after we met Brago in DreamCon. By the way, I can't believe that I still can't believe that happened. Like it's been 2 months.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I still can't believe that happened.
Like
that was a canon event. That was a bucket list moment. I ain't gonna hold. Yo, shout out Brago, dog. We love you, dude. Like JD Legend. We were supposed to meet Morge, but he wasn't there for some reason. That was we missed Morge, bro. That would have been crazy.
That would have been awesome.
But nah.
Dritz, I saw Dritz too. That was cool.
Remember what I told you?
I don't know if you know. Do you know who Dritz is?
Dritz was the dude with the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know him like that, but he's pretty.
The downfall of One Piece. And that shit got, dude.
Oh, I gotta see that.
That shit was so controversial.
I gotta see that.
It was just like he was getting so much hate.
Bro,
I felt bad.
I felt so out of place.
Bad video. I was like, dude, imagine putting that much effort into
a video and people hate it,
and having like the whole community just shit on what you did.
That'd be one of my. That's probably what I would actually cry. Probably, I would probably.
I think I'm pretty sure he dropped the series. He doesn't even read it anymore.
Damn.
Yeah, he doesn't not even caught up at all. He told me that. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I was like, you should come back, cause like I feel like One Piece fans are still kind of crazy right now about like standing the series and everything like that. But I feel like that level of criticism should be warranted. Like if you want to make a video giving your least the things that you don't like
And if you
about the
don't like,
series,
right, you
you
should
can
be
do
able to.
that.
You should be able to. And I feel like
Yeah,
it's
being
healthy.
fucking attacked and berated and assaulted by the
It's
community.
definitely a healthy thing to practice, because you don't want to be too optimistic to the point where you fly to the sun. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone wants to be optimistic about, the good stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff. But the bad things got to be acknowledged too. Because you don't want to. Being too optimistic is dangerous.
There's a balance to it.
Right, and I'm always willing to accept criticism about One Piece as long as it makes sense. Because a lot of the times, most of the criticism I hear about One Piece be excuses. I'm gonna be so real with you. Like, if you tell me you don't want to watch One Piece because you don't like how long it is, fine. I can agree to that. You just don't watch a long story. I cannot fault you for that. But if you start telling me, oh, I don't want to watch One Piece because it looks goofy, that's just an excuse. Like, to me, that's just an excuse because you're judging the book by its cover without actually consuming the story. Like, One Piece does look goofy, but I'm gonna be real with you. Could you imagine trying to watch One Piece if it was animated and drawn in the Attack on Titan style? It wouldn't fit it.
Hold up. What'd you say you cut out?
I said, could you imagine trying to watch a One Piece if it was animated and drawn in the same style of Attack on Titan?
Oh.
Like, imagine Gear 5th in Attack on Titan art style.
I can't even imagine.
It wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't.
I'm getting a really nasty image in my mind.
It wouldn't feel right. Like, you would have to force yourself to get used to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because we're basically we're gonna get that with Wit because they're doing the one.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
You say that.
Oh shoot! I forgot it was by Wit. You're right.
Probably change their style.
No, their style is gonna be closer to how it was in the manga. They're gonna have a little bit more like Oda. I think they're really gonna incorporate Oda's not original style, but like the what's a peak Oda art style? I want to say around Sabaody, Marineford.
I like early One Piece the most,
right?
Because it's like they're not gonna look exactly like that, I think, but I think that art style was like Oda at his absolute best. Like it was so well done. It was so well drawn. Now I feel like, well, this is probably because he has like the little like astigmatism. He's a lot older, but I feel like One Piece art these days is like a little bit more sloppy. It's a little bit more fast. Like you could tell he just drew kind of fast. But back then it was like that shit looked really good, man.
All
just because he was like 30 years ago, he was way younger.
Facts, yeah. That's another thing. He's growing, so it's like him maturing and everything. You can't look at One Piece the same way from back then to how it is now. It's written by practically a different person. If we're going to be like technical, you know what I'm saying? People. I'm going to ask a question to the chat. Anyone that's in here, a little quick controversial question. Between these two characters, who do you think wins in a fair 1v1? Mihawk and Shanks. 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I'll see what the question, what people say. Siri, give me a timer for 2 minutes. Let me ask you that question. Who do you think wins between Mihawk and Shanks?
Oh, you already know who I think wins.
Who's that?
Hello, Lady Midnight.
Honestly, I feel like I've never been able to answer that question outright. Like, one moment I'll say Shanks, and then I'll think about some shit, and I'll be like, nah, it's probably Mihawk. Nah, I gotta be Shanks. Yeah, cause I'm gonna be real. I'm 50-50. Because my thing is, you gotta ask yourself, all right, which version of Shanks are we talking about? Are we talking about current Shanks when he has missing one arm, or are we talking back then when he had both of his arms? And the unfortunate thing is, we've never seen Shanks fight with both his arms. Outside of him attacking the Navy ship to get the devil fruit, but he didn't do anything on screen. You know what I'm saying? So, only thing we have and even then, without his arm, he was able to defeat Loki. So it's like, how strong is Shanks really?
I also feel like him having one arm made him way more powerful with that one arm.
Right.
Because you become very dependent on it. Because you only have one.
Oreva Luffy says, low-key, they are equals. I want to hear you. I want to know your point. Quickly, type in your explanation if you're able to. I'll read it out loud. Equals. Hmm.
I think Shanks is stronger off the simple fact that he has. I mean, I know we haven't really seen Mihawk that much, right? So if I were to go off of anything, it would be for like how he was portrayed at Marineford. But I think that Shanks, just like from what we've seen, he's just his hockey is just fucking his hockey mastery is like at the peak.
Yeah, it's
Like
top.
he's
It's
like
top one.
he has like Roger and Rock's level hockey
It's,
mastery.
it's, it's top one.
And like
And the glaze that
I
he
don't know
got,
who else in the series who has hockey like that besides him.
the glaze that he got at Egghead, after Joy Boy's hockey spilled out of Emit, was insane. Like the fact that the first thing the Giants thought of, oh my, the hockey is so great. Is it greater than Shanks? Oh my god, bro.
Now they immediately start glazing.
They immediately started glazing it, bro. You know what's crazy? I didn't even think about it twice until I saw Sigmar reposting that freaking panel. Like you know what's gonna? You know, honestly, at this point, Mihawk needs a flashback. At this point in the story, he needs a because Oda has done nothing with Mihawk.
There's so many factors that places Shanks above Mihawk. You know, it's like there's just too many.
And it's crazy, but they're all by default though. They're all by default only because we haven't seen Mihawk fight anyone outside of Zoro and Vista. And both of those fights didn't even look like he was trying. He definitely wasn't trying to get Zoro. And Vista is like, I'm in the argument that I believe Mihawk was just there out of obligation. He didn't want to really be there. You know what I'm saying?
Visa's a powerful swordsman, though. You gotta give him.
No. He's a very matter of fact. Remember last year you said you were asking who do you think scarred Big Beckman? The scar. Yeah. I quoted on that, or I quoted. I replied to that, and I said Vista. I said my best guess is Vista. I said my best guess is Vista. I think Vista left that mark on Ben Beckman. Who else? I don't think there's anybody else in the story besides maybe Mihawk. But I don't see Mihawk fighting Ben Beckman for any other reason.
I don't know why I can't visualize the Whitebeard Pirates and the Red Hair Pirates having like a genuine beef. Because I feel like they're both like they're not bad pirates. Like they're both relatively like decent pirate crews.
That panel was insane. Shanks hype it was.
Why they would be like opposing each other that much?
I mean, the story did establish that they were enemies though. Like you know, like Shanks pulling up on Whitebeard's ship. And everyone is like, "Oh, you came here by yourself, or you got some balls." Blah, blah, blah. Like it's. I want to say they're enemies, probably closer to rivals, if anything. But I don't think Shanks, besides Kid, had any enemies, so to speak. I don't think he's out there doing anything, in the name of like preventing X. You know what I'm saying. I don't know how to articulate what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but there's one reason why I think Shanks could have a lot of enemies, and that's the fact that his brother looks just like him, and I think he be doing shit. And they be like, "Look what Shanks just did. Shanks just killed 80 innocent civilians." It's like, wait, that wasn't me.
But no, that would mean his identity would have to be public. Remember, I don't think the God's Knights are known individuals, unless. I cut out again. No. I said that would imply that Shamrock is. Well, then again, no. You might be right. You mean if Shamrock did deeds, but no one knows about Shamrock, so they assume it's Shanks? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
100%. Okay. Yeah, because Loki did the same thing.
A lot of shit attributed him from Shamrock. Like that's my theory on why I think Kid hates Shanks so much. I think that Shamrock did something to Kid or his village or some shit.
Oh, that's a really good theory because we know Kid came from a troubled past. We seen him as a kid. He came from a troubled past, and knowing how the celestial dragons work, it is very possible that Kid is left with a scar, and his last thing that he saw was someone that looked like Shanks.
Yeah,
that's
Kid has always had smoke with Shanks from the very beginning.
He has.
All right, guys, let's set up an alliance with all Supernova. Let's
take out Shanks. And I remember reading that, and I was like, that's the most randomest thing. You like, why Shanks? What did he do to you?
Yeah, why Shanks? And it's like, I think there's like, I don't think he's done it. Like, I don't know if Oda wants to bring Kid back because I don't know if Kid has any more like relevance
in the story, right?
Yeah, we're in the final saga right now, so I don't think that if that was Oda, I wouldn't bother doing that because I feel like Kid alone. I feel like if you leave him alone with what he has, he's like an 8 out of 10 character. If you ask me, I think he's good. I think he's fine. But I want Oda to like focus more on the characters that we like want to see. Like focus more on Shanks, focus more on Mihawk, focus more on Buggy, Blackbeard. Like there's too many Dragon. Like there's too many characters in the story that we haven't seen enough from.
Shout out,
want Oda to bring back Kid.
shout out, Dr. Voodoo. Dragon has been.
Voodoo.
No, he's not in the chat. I was just thinking about. No, I said just give him a shout out real quick. Shout out to Dr. Voodoo real quick. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about Dragon. And 5 years ago, if you had asked me if Dragon was anybody important, I probably would have said no, because he hasn't done anything. But with the way Dragon still isn't moving, like here's my thing: if you think Dragon hasn't done anything, you gotta feel the same way about Akainu, because he hasn't done anything since he killed Ace. He ain't done a thing.
Yeah, but at least we saw something.
Yeah, we saw something, right? We saw something, right? We know he's strong. Facts.
I've never seen Dragon do a
But Dragon hasn't done a damn thing.
We think we may have saw, like for example, in Log Town, whenever that big ass windstorm hit, we think that might have been Dragon, but we don't even know for sure.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I believe that was Dragon because that wasn't the first time we seen that. It happened again at I cut out again.
You cut out.
My fault.
It's not that long. It's probably about like what, a second you cut out.
Okay, bet. As long as it's not that big. We saw it again at Great Terminal. Gold Kingdom. Gold Kingdom, yeah. When I saw that then, I was like, yeah, that Dragon has some type of win-win fruit. Because there's no way there's two wins that happen out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either...
And even during Kuma's flashback, in one of the recent episodes, like, they had this transition where it was like dragons like talking, like the wind to fucking fly through. He's making puns about wind, like the winds of justice,
the winds of justice. Like you're on the nose, like we get it, bro. You control the wind.
Yeah, Oda's doing everything but showing him in action. I don't know why he's waiting. Like I think Dragon's just that character who is very careful because he's so important. Like he wants to achieve his goal, because I bet there has been like a lot of like revolutionaries, like rebellions before him that have failed, because you know the world government has been in power for 800 years,
right?
Like there's no way that people have not come before him, like similar to like rocks, and try to take down the world government, but they just always fail to do so. And I think that he just doesn't want to fail,
right?
He wants this to be the era where they succeed in like taking out these celestial dragons and whatnot. Because I don't even think that Dragon wants to take down the world government per se. Just the fucking like the top of that bitch, like just like the celestial dragons and all the like Holy Land, like the corrupted part of it,
right?
Which is the government, but they don't have to exist though. It could be like the Marines without them. They don't need that part of the, you know.
My thing about Dragon, I feel like and the reason why recently I feel like he actually might be relevant is only because he's a Monkey D member. I made a tweet about this. We got Garp and Luffy. Both these dudes have done something crazy. I don't think Oda's gonna hold Dragon and have him just be some informant or some political power in the world. Like he has to be a combatant. Yeah, he has to be. He has to be. Like if you're Luffy's dad, he's Monkey D. He's Monkey D. Like he's literally the only one that's in their prime at the moment. Dragon is past their prime, and Luffy isn't there yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he has to mean something.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be the other character, like, because I think in this current era, like Shanks is the only character who has like crazy ass. I guess Shanks, who has like crazy advanced level Conqueror's Haki that like rivals people of the like previous era, of who's like of this new era, right? Because Garp has it, but he's like of the old era. And really, there's like what 3 characters that have it. Like I guess like Shanks has like, who I would say has Haki on par with like Rocks and Roger. I think that Shanks is one of them that for sure has it, and I think that the other one, it could be Eam, who has like Eam would probably like fucking even more powerful than theirs though. I don't think Blackbeard has that level of Haki though. What do you think? Like OD advanced Conqueror's Haki.
It would shock me. It would shock me if he did, because he's the devil fruit maniac. The dude.
Yeah,
like,
he's all about devil fruits.
All about the most
powerful
right.
He doesn't value Haki as much as the other characters, and I think that the other one has to be Dragon. You know,
it's and this is why I try not to get too crazy with the Oh my God! Somebody pulled up in the Twitter chat and said Geo can't drive. Yo, why are you like this?
Who is that? Is that Jay?
JJ. I don't know his. I forgot his name is actually. Damn. Bay Area JJJ on Twitter. His name is something else on Discord. Yo, all y'all that be having different names on different platforms be confusing the hell out of me, bro. I be thinking I'm talking to a whole other person, bro. You cannot be doing that, bro. I be feeling like I'm literally. Like you're not gonna I'm call me everywhere, dog. Like I gotta keep it simple. I'll be like, yo, they be having different names on different platforms. I'll be like, how you keep up with your own stuff? I personally couldn't do that. But nah, bro. I feel like the thing about Dragon, I knew Dragon was gonna be important after we saw what Emu did in Elbaf. Cause I was like, why the hell's Emu? It didn't feel right that Emu was doing something before Dragon did. That does not feel right to me. Like, at all.
Emu was just fucking. Emu was ridiculous, man.
And this is
that Emu was doing is like in-game One Piece shit.
Like
every anime is becoming ridiculous at this final saga.
Yeah. Like
Naruto.
Naruto became. He got OD with the powers and everything in the display. Bro, this dude Emu is controlling giants from across the globe.
Yeah, and they're like feeling Emu's Konkurosaki from like the underworld.
Yeah, I'm like,
so big. It's like that's probably like literally like that's probably like hundreds of miles away. They're feeling this guy.
Like it does not. It makes no sense. And it was even crazy. It's even crazier. It's even crazy when you think about like that's Emu's doing, but yet the very same person got brought down to their knees when they felt Joy Boy's hockey. So it's like. Where is One Piece going with this power scaling, bro? Because if you tell me that it took Joy Boy's hockey to bring down Emu, and Emu is this OD, bro, Luffy's not ready yet. Like Luffy's not, and I hate saying that because I've been saying that for every single arc. Remember when Luffy got when he got one clap, one shot by Kaido, and everyone was like, "Yeah, Luffy's not ready to fight Kaido yet. He's not ready to fight Kaido. Got Gear 5th. Now he's ready." Suddenly, it's like we're back to square one.
Yeah, funny for that shit. How do you even train to fight the motherfucker that's been on top of the rope for 800? What do you do?
First step is to even know they exist, and Luffy doesn't even know that. Like that's a craziest thing. You can't even prepare for something like that. Like,
yeah, that's why. Yeah, and it's like the shit that I see Emu doing has to be Shanks and Dragon upscale. It has to be because like we haven't seen these characters in action fully. Oda has held them back, so he can. But the dangerous thing about Dragon is the fact that Oda hasn't used him ever, so he can just have him pop up
and do whatever, and we just have to accept it. Literally, it's the same thing that happened when Garp pulled out Galaxy Impact. I remember, when I seen that chapter, 1080. Well, 1080 is a chapter I will never forget. When I seen Galaxy Impact for the first time, I was like, this dude Garp had this much in his back pocket this entire time?
Yeah.
I was like...
That's why at Marineford, they had him in that special chair all by himself.
Yeah.
That special ass luxury chair all by himself. I was like, bro, that's the last resort, right? That's the fucking nuke right there.
I was like, bro, this dude... You mean to tell me at any point Garp could have nuked the entire Marineford and he didn't do it? Simply because his grandson and Ace was there? Oh, that man was going... He was fighting demons, bro. Garp was fighting demons. He was fighting demons, dog. He was fighting demons, bro.
That whole crew, man.
Bro, like
Garp at that point was had to be way stronger than Whitebeard.
He had to be. Like he had because here's my thing. I feel like Prime. Well, at least Prime Whitebeard was at least equal to Prime Roger. You know, by the time we got to the Oda flashback, right? But it's clear to me that whatever sickness took over Roger eventually got over to Garp, not Garp, Whitebeard, and Garp just never had it.
They had the same thing.
Yeah, Garp just never got the sickness. So at that point in time at Marineford, I 100% believe, and this is not me power scaling, this is me looking at the narrative. I 100% believe outside of the admirals, Garp was the strongest person on the battlefield. Matter of fact, not even that. Outside of Sengoku, because I really do believe that Garp could take down those admirals one by himself. Especially, he's definitely beating Kuzan. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, because they had to jump him and shit.
They had to jump him. He's beating Kuzan. Barcelona, I'm 50-50 about. I don't really know if he could because the devil fruit
Yeah, I
thing.
didn't. Yeah, like my power scaling used to be so trash. Like my top 30. Like I didn't know. I knew Garp was strong, but I thought he was like old man disease.
No,
Like,
yeah.
I
Remember?
mean, he's strong, but he can't last like as long as it.
Yo.
But now it's like, damn, he can last.
I would never forget that
5
tweet.
minutes with you in 1v1.
Hold on. I would never forget that tweet you put out. I always bring this up with your ass because it's hilarious.
Oh wait, the Lucci shit. Oh my god, dude! I think that's reposted all the time.
That tweet will forever. Look,
believe
you genuinely believe that, bro? Hold on, I gotta find this tweet.
Because I was like, who's a character of this era that has like a beef with Luffy that's consistent and that's affiliated with the Marines? And it's Lucci,
right?
Because Smoker doesn't keep up. Smoker's washed.
Smoker,
but it's like,
dog.
It's like Lucci. He's the only other, because right now obviously it's Kobe, but back then I don't. Well, we did have good Galaxy Impact, but the thing about Kobe is that Kobe, I think he only like locks in whenever people are in danger. He's like Midoriya from My Hero. Like he only locks in like times of like of massive stress. So I'm like, I don't think I think Kobe can be like probably strong as I don't. This might be kind of crazy to say, but I think Kobe can lock into some prime Garp level feats, but only in strict conditions.
Yeah,
like,
he has to be pushed.
Yeah, Garp didn't have that problem though. Garp could just do it, bro. And it's like, I don't know if Kobe is like a proper rival for Luffy if he can't do that shit consistently.
Right.
If he's like, oh, I can't help you unless somebody's about to die next to me. That's that he knows too. Like fucking Helmet about to die. Kobe all of a sudden becomes prime Garp. It's like, bro, you can't just do that when Helmet about to die. But you got this shit all the time, you know?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a tweet. On December 11th, 2023, you said I got Lucci in the same level as Prime Garp. And then like that very next week you were proven wrong. I would never forget. J.O., I love you, but I would never forget that, bro.
When was this? Was this when the manga was going on, or was
this was when the manga was going on? When the manga was going on, bro. It's 2023.
Like, look, I have so many reasons why I believe that.
Right, back then it was fair to believe that back then. But then it was like, because we didn't know how strong Garp actually was.
And we didn't know how strong Lucci was.
Right.
Fucking training.
Right.
He came back with his awakening. He had black clouds. He was clashing Luffy in Gear 5, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, like I don't know how far Oda's gonna take him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm like, if this could be the character who's Luffy's prime Garp rival.
That was a fair. Back then, that was a fair guess.
Yeah. Now
that was out the water. Yeah, it's out the water, dude.
Yeah, I sit out the window.
That door was like didn't even last like 2 weeks. It was. Oh my gosh.
It has to be Kobe, but Kobe has to get over that bullshit of like, Kobe has to tap into that hockey that he used to punch whatever that guy was.
With Honesty Impact, with the Honesty Impact joint.
Yeah, where he punched Homeboy. Yeah, he has to do this shit all the time, bro. Because I think he was only able to do that because he was trying to punch that. He was trying to destroy their ship. So it's like the reason that Garp has so much faith in Kobe is because he knows that he can do shit like that, but only under certain conditions. Which is why Garp was like, whenever Garp was like, you know, justice will always prevail, and he was like happy that Garp literally went there to get himself captured, in order to rescue Kobe. It's the same. He has the same faith in Kobe that Whitebeard had in Ace.
Right. You know? Facts. I mean, in one way or another, that's like his son. That's like his little Sergei son. Like he doesn't want to admit it, but Kobe that's the son he wish he had.
Yeah. And like I feel like what makes that so like powerful is that Garp also trained Kuzan. And, like, look at how strong Kuzan is, and Garp does not look at him like that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Well, like, he just don't.
That's because Garp, you know, left the Marines though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Garp. Sorry, Kuzan left the Marines.
Kuzan,
yeah.
But do you think he ever looked at him like that in general? Like he was like the next big fucking.
I think he did at one point. At one point, yeah. I really believe he. Oh, Pizarro, that's his name. Thank you, Midnight.
Pizarro. Yeah.
Um,
I don't think Garp ever looked at him like that.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me either way, but I do feel like, because here's what I think he did. Garb's sense of justice is a very I don't want to say neutral. I don't know what justice he has. It's a very it's like a noble justice. Yeah, noble justice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing the right, making the right choices, trying to do the right thing. And Kuzan was kind of like that. But
this is a big like derail from the current topic, but I feel like when we get that God Valley, you know how like Garp got some dedicated haters because of the whole like Marine shit, where it's like, I feel like when we get that God Valley full flashback, Garp haters are gonna be in full force, because I feel like Garp did some shit at God Valley that is gonna piss people off. Because I think Garp did two things where I think he might have, because this is a theory. I think Garp protected Celestial Dragons, and I think that Garp costed Rox the battle. Because I think the entire fight was supposed to be Rox and Roger. But remember, this is my big point of comparison. So remember whenever Kaido was fighting Luffy on the rooftop, and Gornica comes in and then he grabs Luffy from behind, and then like Kaido was able to hit him and then kill him. Yeah, I think that's a foreshadowing to what happened at God Valley. I feel like it was Rox and Roger, and I feel like this motherfucker Garp came out of nowhere, grabbed Rox on some sneaky shit, and then Roger bodied him. That's what I think. It parallels, right? It parallels,
yeah. And honestly, with there being so many parties involved, something like that is very possible.
Because Luffy is the good pirate, Kaido is the bad pirate. But it's like Oda flipped it. Luffy's the good pirate, Kaido is the bad pirate, Gornica is the Marines. He's the Navy affiliate. Right. And that's Garp. And I feel like the reason why Kaido was so upset is because he knows that that's what happened to Rox.
I mean, but then again, but it also happened to Oden too. There's multiple reasons why Oden could have been upset. Right. Yeah, that's true. It happened to Oden as well. So I mean, but I do believe there is a strong argument to be made that Kaido idealized Rox, and he's seen.
There, but did you see Kids Punk Vice?
Oh.
Did you see that tweet?
No. What about that tweet?
Oh, let me send it to you.
Yeah, send that to me.
Kids Punk Vice literally rocks.
Is it?
Like, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I gotta find that. I gotta see. Look at this. But like, it's clear to me that Kaido, whatever happened to Rox, Kaido was there and witnessed it. And because you remember what he said, pirates always betray each other. He must have. That I feel like that was him speaking from experience. And there's a common theory.
Whitebeard.
There's a common theory that Whitebeard betrayed them, and it's honestly that would hurt me so much if Whitebeard was the one that was the backstabber, because it's like damn, because then that would come full circle, because remember Squad tried to backstab him at Marineford, and it's like, but he was able to forgive him. What if that was Whitebeard forgiving himself in that moment, like forgiving Squad for trying to betray him? That was him like trying to forgive himself for betraying Rox in a similar manner. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a possibility that Whitebeard is full of regret, and that's why he treated his crew like a family. Because the Rox Pirates were not a family; they were just a bunch of dudes that were under obligation. You know what I'm saying? And it's very possible that Whitebeard seen how that system worked and didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? And if it meant taking Rox out of the picture, he probably saw an opportunity and went for it. Now, if that happened, I'm gonna be real with you. That would kind of put a crack in Whitebeard's character for me, because Whitebeard feels like this character that is like extremely like what's the word? He has a lot of integrity. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna.
Yeah, that's like one of the big reasons why I can't really imagine him and like Shanks having like the Red Hair Pirates having like a genuine beef.
Right.
I feel like they kind of like have the same like ideals.
Right. They understand. They'll actually like process stuff and actually like understand certain things happen the way they do, because this is how things are. Like, think about it. Shiki, Rox, and Whitebeard pulled up on a crying Loki, and Whitebeard was the only one that cared that Loki was crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, yo, why are you crying, kid? Like, what's going on? While the other two were just like, yo, look at this dude. He's huge. Oh, my God. Like,
talking shit. Shiki was like, that kid had a face of a full-blown demon.
Like, so, like, yeah. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. He has a lot of honor. Like, Whitebeard has a lot of honor. You know what I'm saying?
Look at your DMs.
Twitter or Discord?
Twitter.
All right. Oh! Yo, that is. Hold on! I never know. Even down to the scar on his eye. Whoa! I never noticed this. The hell, yo!
Yeah, I feel like, and then like think about the kind of pirate that kid is. I feel like there's pirates in the world of One Piece who are inspired by rocks. Then there's pirates who are inspired by Roger.
There's Morris made a whole video about that. You should probably watch that. Dude, yeah. I never noticed this. This smooth went over my head. This smooth went over my head. Oh, no. Kid's coming back.
You think so?
Kid's coming back. No. That just solidified it for me. Kid's coming back. Kid is coming back. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, I feel like Rocks that motherfucker where it'd be like it's like the fucking casual pirates. Then it's like the pirates who like actually know shit where it's like motherfucker be like, man, I love Roger. Then it's like one motherfucker be like, yo, what about Rocks? You know,
right?
Rocks, right? It's like it's like in the world of One Piece, you know, where it's like there's always that guy who like brings up like the fucking debate, like the Rocks versus Roger debate,
right?
Like, I feel like that's the thing that happens in the world of One Piece, where it's like there's people who stand Roger and those guys who stand Rocks.
Mm-hmm. And it's possible that Rocks had more. And it's possible that Rocks had more influence than Roger had, which is why they felt the need to erase him. But no, I don't know. Actually, no. Let me reword that. It's possible that Rocks was projected to have more influence than Roger did, and the world government took note of that and nicked him in the bud before he became anything big. The thing about Roger is Roger turned himself in, and right as before he's getting executed, says the words about the One Piece, and nobody was able to control that. You know what I'm saying? But it's very possible. It's very. Oh my God! Hang on. Yo, you just blew my mind with this. Like, I never put that together, dude. I've never put that together.
I'm surprised you didn't see that.
I've never seen this tweet. When was this? This was July. This was what? Like a couple weeks ago?
That's probably like a month or two ago, actually.
It says July 20th.
Oh,
yeah. So like that's like 2 weeks ago. Like 2.5 weeks ago.
In the comments like, yo, what the fuck?
Just as many parts analyzed Roger. This is very clever on Oda's part. No, for real, because we seen the Punk thing first, and then we got Rocks, and it's like the hair.
They in the comments talk about some Punk Rocks. I'm crying.
Well, which comments? Twitter?
Yeah, it's about Punk Rocks.
It's not updating for me. What the hell? Hang on. Why isn't it? I thought no one was talking on Twitter. It's not updating for me. I mean, I'm out of the point.
I'm talking about the.
On the tweet. The tweet.
Yeah, the tweet.
Let's see. The big got wild, legitimate. Second son. Mind, body, bro. So many. Rocks' influence is cannot be ignored. Now, Kid just might be coming back.
I don't know. I feel like Kid's done.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's done, but I mean, no. Honestly, the real reason why I think Kid is back is because the Mellow Black is impersonating him, and
then Kid has a lot of fans,
right?
Oda fucked around and succeeded with getting Kid a lot of support because people love Kid, man.
Speaking of which, bro, I came across the tweet last night of people. Matter of fact, one of your tweets was in this compilation about people hyping up.
One where they were like cooking the people who thought.
Yeah, that Kid was gonna take out.
I saw that, bro. That was really weird because like
what a time that was.
back then I was like spoiler free, so I wouldn't read no spoilers and shit like that. But like people kept trying to like hit me up talking about some this chat right here gonna be the one. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm thinking like, okay, so Oda letting Kid and Shanks finally fight, but that was not a fight, man. That was not a fight,
bro. I've never seen somebody get snuck in an anime before. Dude, Shanks sneaked him.
Shanks body.
Shanks, he smooth sneaked him.
He did. He was just too fast. Like kid just like, cause Shanks saw what he was gonna do, then he just countered it, and then Kid couldn't do shit. It's in line with like I think Kid is really slow. I think he's slow. He's strong, but he's a slow character. He's really strong though, but he's just so slow, man. Cause like, how can you make someone like that even move faster? This guy like fucking slugs around 30 pounds of metal.
Metal, right?
100, probably like 300 pounds of metal. For his fighting style, like you can't. And Shanks is just fast as fuck, man. Like I don't think there's any universe in which Kid beat Shanks at all. Shanks is just way too strong. He's fast. He's fucking fast.
Bro, remember when he freaking blitzed Kizaru in Film Red?
Yeah.
That alone made me rethink Shanks' entirety. I was like, yo, hold on. What else can you do that I don't know about?
That's one of his most like constantly like highlighted traits. Is just how
fast he is, bro. The dude is dumb fast.
Yeah.
The dude took off and ran to the back of the ship so he could jump off of it when he was going after Kid, bro. The dude was literally ship hopping. And like,
then he got a fucking 2-for-1 special. He got Kid
and Killer, bro. And he got Killer, bro. This dude, oh my god, bro. I can't wait for Shanks to have an actual fight in the story. That just might be the fight that breaks the internet.
I think Oda's not done glazing him yet.
No, he's not. He's not.
Like, he's gonna have him look fucking crazy again.
Like,
I think someone's like, you know how Oda did with Garp whenever Garp was like, you know, he was taking them all out, all the Blackbeard pirates and shit. And like on he was looking crazy. It was like he got defeated, but they had to jump him.
Right.
And Oda loves throwing wrenches into the mix, but he does not mind having them go.
What if Oda sets up Shanks getting jumps and Shanks wins?
Ooh, that'd be sick.
Oh my god, dog. Yo, oh my god. The power skill, yo, the community is gonna be in disarray if that ever happens, dog. Like, especially if who he's getting jumped by. Like, imagine the Blackbeard Pirate try pulling up on Shanks or something, and then he just like, honestly, no, I can see that happening. The Impel level 6 crewmates. Cause for some reason, Moore's made a video about this. For some reason, them niggas are like they're trash. Except for the Impel Down crewmates that on Whitebeard ship. So not the original 5. Not you know, Jesus Burgess, Lafitte, and them guys. The ones that came from Impel Down. So Visto Shot, Sunwall Wolf, freaking Pizarro, Katarina Devon, Shiryu, and I think is there one more? Is there one more? I think that was it. I think it was just those 5.
I think you got everybody.
Yeah, bro, they're trash. They haven't done anything. Like,
yeah, we just haven't seen them.
We got. I mean, no, they got diffed by Kuzan in that one scene where Kuzan put up in this froze like half of them. Yeah, like I don't know.
What's that big motherfucker name? What's that big ass name?
Sunwon Wolf. Yeah, bro. I would not be surprised if Oda uses that group of people to try to do something against Shanks and they get neck dipped or something. No, because have you seen the theory about Morge where he said he thinks Blackbeard's next objective is to kidnap the Seraphim?
Oh no, I haven't.
Bro, Morge low-key cooked in that video. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm looking for this video real quick. I'm gonna see if I can send it to you. Because in that video he mentions how the Impel Down members on Blackbeard's crew are just upgraded fodder. Like they're not like they're criminals and all that, but they're not really all that important. And he said they might be discarded by the end of the story and they might be replaced by the Seraphim. Because honestly, the Seraphim at this point in time don't really play a role in the story. Like, and they're still kids. If they grow up, you know, if they finally grow up and become like their adult size that they're supposed to be, because remember they're supposed to be like they're going to be as big as King. All 7 of them. They're going to be huge. They're going to be like these big monstrosities monstrous,
Yeah.
like combatants. And the theory that Mort said was he thinks that Blackbeard's gonna find a way to kidnap him, and he's gonna do that because they have Saturn's copy. Because what's her face? Katarina Devon copied Saturn. Now Saturn is dead. What other reason would they need Saturn's body for besides taking control of the Seraphim? You know, because of the whole hierarchy thing. You know, it goes from Gorosei, then Vegapunk, and then a chip holder, right? The people that could command the Seraphim and the Pacifista. There's no other purpose for Blackbeard to have a copy of Saturn outside of doing that. Like, what other? Because what are they gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm a transform into Saturn so I can infiltrate Marizra. Everyone knows Saturn is dead.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like Saturn's dead.
finished.
Everyone on the world government side, at least on the world government side, maybe not publicly, but on the world government side, knows that Saturn is dead. So if Katarina Devine were to go over there, even if she doesn't know that Saturn is dead, if she were to go over there in Saturn's body and pull up, they're gonna be off the who the hell is you? Saturn is dead. No, you can't be Saturn. And then there goes the entire mission. So it can't be anything like that. The only other purpose that she could use Saturn's body is for, is for his voice to like give commands on something that wouldn't know that he's dead, like the Pacifista or the Seraphim, or anybody on who isn't affiliated with the world government that does not know that Saturn is dead. And that last part, there isn't really much you could do outside of the world government with Saturn's identity. So that's the theory that he made. I'm gonna see if I can find the video and send it to you. He really cooked with that joint.
Okay.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it? How long have we been on? We've been on air for like 2 hours now. You think this is a good stopping part?
Yeah. Yeah, I do want to end it, but I do want to talk about one more thing, like one more topic that I feel like has been going fucking crazy.
I bet.
Have you seen the whole shit in Indonesia with like
yes,
how they're raising the One Piece flag in like rebellion to their government?
Honestly, that's a testament of how popular One Piece is. But I think it's admirable that people are recognizing the flag in such
like a symbol of freedom.
Yeah, it's a symbol. Yeah, exactly.
Because BBC had posted this article. People were cooking them because they call One Piece. I don't know if you saw. They call One Piece a cartoon. but I like the one part in the article where they were saying like the reason that they're like raising the flag is because in their country they feel like their government is restricting their freedom, and like one of One Piece's strongest themes is that like it's a fucking anti-government story, and
right.
It's all about the flag represents freedom. That's what it represents.
My thing is beautiful about it. Sorry, I took a bite out of the sandwich. My fault.
You good.
What I think is beautiful about it is they're doing this around the Independence Day of the country. So it really is like probably the highest form of rebellion that is non-violent that they could possibly do. Because instead of waving the country's flag, because Independence Day, think America. On July 4th, you see the American flag everywhere. In stores,
right,
on people's cars, in flagpoles everywhere. It's everywhere. Now imagine, instead of seeing that flag on July 4th, you're seeing the Straw Hat flag. All over the place. You know what I'm saying? That's how impactful this flag is to the people over there. Because they want to make a statement about the Indonesian government. And instead of having a violent protest, they decided to do a peaceful protest just by waving a simple flag. And that flag happens to be the Straw Hat flag. And they're waving it, like you said, in a manner of, like a protest. Trying to, show that the government isn't really treating them fairly or justly or you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a non-violent protest towards rebellion in a way. Because if you watch One Piece, you know who Luffy is and what he represents. You know what I'm saying? Like, freedom and liberation and all that. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I love it. One, because they're using the One Piece's flag, and two, because it's probably the most peaceful form of protest that I've seen in a very, very long time. They're just putting the flag up. They're not saying no words. They're not really doing anything crazy. The flag is just flying, and I think it's beautiful. I'm not too sure what's going on over there with the Indonesian government, but I do hope if the people are feeling like they're being mistreated and like the justice is not really safe over there or not really like fair, that they have the right to protest in whatever manner they see fit, and using the flag is pretty dope. I ain't gonna hold you. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. And the president of the country had to address it too.
I think he banned it. I think he banned the flag. It's like on.
Is that true?
I think he banned the flag on the day of Independence Day in Indonesia. The flag cannot be flown. Like people are flying the flag leading up to the day of Independence Day. I'm not too sure when the Independence Day is in Indonesia. I can look that up real quick. Hold on. I sent you the video, by the way, on Twitter. Indonesia Independence Day.
That's crazy, dude.
Their Independence Day is August 17th, so that's roughly a week from now. That's Sunday next week. That's next week. Yeah, so not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after. That's the Independence Day of Indonesia, and I think the president banned the flag to be flown on that specific day, which is actually nuts. Like it's gotten to it's crazy how it's gotten to the point where the government had to step in. Like that's the crazy thing about it. It's not like it's in one corner or one neighborhood of the country that the whole country's doing this, and the president had to step into this. That's actually kind of nuts. Like looking at that from outside in, really insane.
That's fucking crazy. That's actually crazy.
But anyway, let's see how long we've been at this for. About exactly 2 hours. 2 hours and 50 seconds to be exact. Yo, Gio.
Holy shit, dude. Fire, man.
This is fire, dude. Yo, I think next time. I think same time next week around Friday.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
All right.
Like 2.
Yeah, same. It was 1 o'clock for you. It was 1 o'clock for you.
Yeah.
It was 2 o'clock for me, right?
Okay.
But I guess we could probably
gather some more topics.
Facts.
That way it's more constructed.
And hopefully we'll have a chapter this week, so we will have a lot more to dive into.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get a guest speaker. I know a lot of people wanted to be in.
Nakeem wanted to be in here.
Well, Nakeem wanted it, right. So definitely gonna do this again. Finally able to got this off the ground. Man, all I gotta say is I love One Piece, and I'm really happy I'm able to talk, yap about it with somebody that loves it just as much. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, bro, for sure. Me too. This is my first time I would say being a co-host of a podcast. Like I've been on podcasts before,
right?
But this is my first time being a co-host.
Oh, word! I gotta come up with a better thumbnail for the next one. I'll probably cook something up this weekend.
You can use the one from the community hub, the one I made in like 5.
I have I used the banner for the countdown. I don't know if you saw the countdown.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That shit looks sick.
I saw the banner, but I might tweak it up a little bit, make it a little bit more presentable, and we'll see. I gotta add a better transition too. I had my old streamer transition. I need to come up with something different. But that's all for the One Piece Community Hub podcast, episode number 1. For those that stuck around and are still watching up to this point, I appreciate you. Shout out to Overa Luffy, Lady Midnight, Toons, Star, Living Brick, Nakeem, Tiger Jumper 123, Bisley, you were here for a little bit. Shout out Kuzan Neg. I know you said something earlier, but I didn't get to it. Thank you for stopping by. And we got for going. Oh, we had a lot of people in here that I was not able to. Oh, that's a bot. That's a bot. That's a bot. But everyone that was here, I appreciate you for pulling up to the stream. We will be here again.
Thank you so much.
Next week, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. I said a.m. 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. We are your hosts, Kami and Kahamsha. Anything we want to close out with, Gio? I said Kami, Kahamsha. Gio and Kahamsha, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Yeah, we're gonna try to be consistent with this. So if you're watching right now and you're just looking for something to like listen to add into your podcast playlist, because I don't know about you, Kami, but I have I want to say I have like 3 podcasts I listen to somewhat consistently. So
word.
Yeah, just cause coming back to them. One of them is I'm a big Xbox guy, but one of them is a PlayStation podcast. Cause I gotta stay updated on what the ops are doing.
With the ops, yo, get out of here, bro. Yo, stay over there, bro. You an Xbox head nigga, bro. Stay over there. We don't want you to listen to what we got over here.
But yeah, that's one of them, bro. But yeah. Just thank you guys for listening, man. If you're here,
yo, Gio,
to the VOD or whatever, and I'm gonna try to do a decent job of promoting it, and maybe I'll because I have an idea where I can get people to. I'll put out a tweet maybe every now and then where I'm because even if we can't get live questions, we can do this thing where we can preemptively have questions. We'd be okay, you guys have any questions for the podcast? maybe like Twitter post,
Right, and
and then
question
we
like
can have
segments and
people just
everything.
yeah, we can just like go through them, like and just answer whatever questions that we get,
Might have to start a hashtag, so we got to keep it
yeah,
organized. Yeah, like a hashtag. Yeah,
that'd
we'll
be
come up
fire.
with a
Hell
hashtag
yeah.
for it. That'd be fire. And hopefully, if we get enough traction, we could probably get some content creators in here too. Some
sure,
small and
for
big.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be dope because I do want to be able to honestly being able to chat it up with JD Legend and Brago really changed my perspective on a lot of things. So
That was awesome. Man. That
yeah.
was so cool.
That was really dope. So if we could get traction, that'd be dope. And honestly, I feel like there's a lot of communication and a lot of talk on Twitter, but there's never really like a collective place for everyone to really just come together. Because I really want to focus on the Twitter community of One Piece with this podcast, not so much with YouTube and anywhere else. But since I'm so involved in the Twitter community, I really want to bring a place where the Twitter community could really have a place to listen and have a voice. And I'm not saying
because maybe like one person, or like two people at a time. Because like whenever we do the goddamn spaces, that shit.
Oh yeah, the space. Yeah. The spaces are chaos. Yeah, we need
There's no
structure.
structure.
There's
It's
no structure.
Whenever I'm hosting, I don't want to. The thing with that is like, if I'm hosting, right, and there's a lot of people, like I feel bad if I let people speak.
Right.
Hosting. Then when you get like 8 niggas in there, there's
no structure, and then you end up sitting there because there's 2 people that end up want to argue, and you're just like, all right, now I gotta mute everybody.
Argue, bro.
Yeah, nah.
I'm gonna fucking fight with you, dude. I'm about to be 30 years old next year. I ain't arguing with nobody.
No, fuck that shit. But that's all we got. Jill, I appreciate you for coming.
Thank you.
It's been a long time for to have this joint, but it's better late than never. But anyway,
hell yeah. Man.
Let me go ahead and close this out. We are out of here. Peace.